Hey everyone, phototristan back with another video. In this video I'm talking about a cool new startup that's recently hit the area where I live in. It's called LimeBike. They're actually based in San Mateo, California, but they're expanding to many cities, I believe, across the nation. I know they cover like El Cerrito, Albany, California, Concord, California, and probably many other cities. Check their website for more details. Also, while I'm talking about their website, check the link that I have in the description field because you can get $3 off using my referral code. The way this works is they are rental bikes that don't use any kind of dock or anything. They just use GPS and a built-in lock that's built into the bike. So when you want to pick one of these up, you just load the app. They have an iOS and Android app, I believe, and you just locate the nearest bike. Then you're able to unlock it with the app, and then you just drive it anywhere within the coverage area within this city to your destination, and then you just lock the lock on the bike, and then that stops charging you. Speaking of the charge, it's $1 every 30 minutes, so it's pretty reasonable. And you don't have to drop it off at any particular place or anything like that. You just basically leave it, and then the next person that wants to rent the bike can use the app to unlock it and just take it from there. I believe they also periodically sweep the bikes, like they come around in a truck and hopefully, take them, because they do tend to be scattered all around. So bikes that are not used or that are left, hopefully like overnight or something, the company will come through and they can see where they're located as well because it's all controlled with GPS. And then hopefully they'll come and retrieve the bikes and then put them in a central location, like line them up somewhere, in central locations or something like that. Ideally, that's what they should do. I don't know if they do that for sure. I have definitely heard and seen some of the bikes scattered all over, and sometimes they're there for a couple of days, so it just depends. But the bike itself seems pretty sturdy. The seat is adjustable in terms of the height. It's only a 3-speed though, so it's really not meant for going like long distances and going fast. It's really meant for just cruising around the city or downtown areas, to get, several blocks without walking or taking the bus or something like that. So the 3-speed aspect of it makes it so that, you can't go very fast and go really super far with it. But it does have a basket in the front, so you can put like a bag or groceries and stuff like that. And on the bottom part of the basket is a solar panel. So the solar panel actually charges up the GPS system in it. And it also has like an alarm system as well, I believe. So if it's locked and somebody tries to like unlock it without using the app or something like that, it will sound an alarm. And again, they know, and the app always knows where the location of these things are. So I actually had a recent situation where I was looking for one of these, and I used the app to try to go find the nearest one. And it turns out that someone actually stole it and put it in their big junk truck, as you can see here in the picture. So I reported this to the company, and hopefully they use their resources and maybe contact the police or whatever to retrieve their bike back. Kind of a pain that people actually try to steal these, but maybe they don't realize that they're actually GPS enabled. So if somebody tries to steal it or if somebody has it in their home, the company LimeBike can actually find the bike, because it knows the location of their bikes at all times. So that's kind of interesting that people actually would try to steal them. Kind of a pain in the butt, but people do that, I guess. But mainly, you've seen bike sharing services before where, like in places like New York or San Francisco, where they have bikes where you have to return them to certain locations. Also Paris, I believe, they're very popular as well. You have to return them to certain docking stations throughout the city. But I think this is a lot more unique in that you can just leave it pretty much anywhere, and you don't have to necessarily return it to any particular docking station, which is kind of cool. I think that's a really neat idea. So anyway, check out the app, see if they have coverage in your area. I think it's pretty useful if you don't want to walk, just to get from A to B faster. And if you just want to have a bike to do that with. I think it's definitely a really cool idea for sure, and certainly very convenient. It's the kind of thing where the more people use it, the more useful it is. But there are situations where you might, depending on where you are, you may not be able to find a bike or something like that. It all depends on how smart they're doing things as well. I also have heard that what they're starting to do in some cities is they're giving you like a bonus free ride in order to like take a bike from sort of an outlying area and bring it back into sort of the heart of the city and things like that. So there's a lot of smart things they can do with the app in terms of making it smart for them and also smart for you as well. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. But certainly if you see any of these that are stolen or in people's homes or yards, they're not supposed to be like in people's homes or yards, definitely report it to the company via their customer support. Anyway, this has been my quick look and review of LimeBike. I think it's a kind of a cool service. It uses the app. And check the description field for a link where you can get a discount, I think $3 free from LimeBike using the app. See you in my next video.